Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Mardu energy deck in Timeless format. So I heard that Timeless Challenge is coming out soon, so I decided to make a video with Mardu energy deck and spike a little bit in Timeless today. So compared to Boros energy, our deck is going to be a little bit more mid-rangey with some of our top ends so that we can play something like Nixilis, the adversary. So this is a really cool card that hasn't really seen much play due to the fact that it gets kind of obscured by Loris. But against a control deck that just plays a lot of ward wipes such as Jeskai Control, this is where Nixilis actually shines. And because of the casualty, it's actually very hard for the control decks to answer this as early as turn 2, by the way. Because if you go either the Guide of Souls or Ether Hub into an Amped Raptor on turn 2, and if you hit an Nixilis, you could sacrifice an Amped Raptor, making 2 Nixilis, which is very cool. But not only that, the Nixilis also has some synergy with other cards in this deck, such as the Goblin Bombardment. Making a 1/1 token with the Nixilis can deal 2 damage to any target with the Goblin Bombardment, which is also pretty cool. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you also have an Oscillate Pride on the battlefield, and you casualty the Nixilis, you actually get another Nixilis, which is insane. There's some misconception with the Nixilis where if it actually gets copied, it comes with a 0 loyalty, but that's actually not the case with the Oscillate Pride. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, let's try this out. Ooh, we already have an Nixilis. Already have an Nixilis. Mishra's Bauble. Looks like this might be the Mirror Tempo. I could just resolve this oh. Okay. I mean, they gotta get rid of the Nixilis there, yeah. Yeah. I guess just resolving this right now is a lot easy to operate with. Static Prison, no thank you. Goblin Bombardment. I could attack. I would have loved if we actually had 1-mana creature here. I don't think I can attack. They flash in an Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah. So we sit back 1 turn. Next turn we can go Bowmaster plus a Bombardment. Okay, well, if that's the case, I will Orcish Bowmaster in response because I'm about to gain like 4 energy, you know? Okay, double Fatal Push. That's a bit much for me. Yeah, even for me, that's a bit much. Really? So that means they don't have a... Huh. So I'm guessing they actually don't have a counter spell in hand if they did that. It's really unfortunate that we keep drawing lands. Very unfortunate. The card that we're really looking for is actually Flage here, but yeah, we're just not seeing it. Yeah, another land was on top, funny enough. That's a lot of counter spells to last so long. Yeah, that's a insane amount of counter spells to last eons. So they're gonna have 1 mana. So if they want to bring back Loris that next turn, we should make it so that they can't Thoughtseize. If they Thoughtseize, they can't hold up a counter spell. Okay, so that's what they did. 3 counter spells, man. That's a bit much, isn't it? I think we try to play multiple cards per turn. Yeah, we're definitely not in a good spot. I think we keep holding out until we can play multiple cards per turn. Because they're really trying to gun in trying to get the Loris down, right? So if we can like play multiple cards per turn, that would be nice. I think it's time. I wish we had one more land so we can go like all 3 cards. Oh, that's really bad. Another Bowmaster.
Nothing is more important than...
So I win, right? 1. I think we're like 1 off, actually. 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're 1 off. Oh my god. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that is super unfortunate.
Share in my vengeance.
Super unfortunate. Interesting, they didn't play Orcish Bowmaster there. But I guess they can't actually do anything about that. Play's just too good. What can I say? Like, the moment we actually baited out the Orcish Bowmaster there, actually won me the game there. That was actually insane. Okay, so Thoughtseize is in. Curse in. Surgical's in. So these are the cards that we're going to be bringing in. I'm not 100% about the surgical. It's like okay, but maybe we're just supposed to just only bring unlicensed hearse here. These our cards are just so good, you know? Maybe static prison? This is a way to get rid of a frog though. I'm gonna go with the -1 Galvanic Discharge. Let's try that. Man, this deck is actually sick because we play Nixilis and Flage. Yeah, that's a that's a mulligan. That is a mulligan. I'm thinking like this. I can't keep the planes. So we'll start with the Thoughtseize first. Okay, that's pretty good, but we did make them waste Brainstorm, so they're still going to be drawing whatever. A surgical. How much do we care about a surgical? Isn't it just treasure cruise? Yeah, isn't it just a treasure cruise here? Or maybe it's just that. So we can land an Ocelot Pride. Or we go Goblin Bombardment first. Nice. Okay. That's -1 card. They're gonna be able to get some back with the Treasure Cruise later, so... They have 4 cards in the yard if they crack the Polluted Delta. I'm not sure I like this play. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that play too much. If they're so, like, if they brought Surgical, it's to fight versus Blage, right? I don't know. I don't like it too much. Not a big fan. Oh, they topped it. Well, there is that Blage. Counter spell. That's a pretty expensive Treasure Cruise if I draw land. Which I did not. They would have been in big trouble. So they could flash in an Orcish Bowmaster if they wanted to. Static Prison. I think I just want to keep all these. Let's say I bait out an Orcish Bowmaster by attacking. Then I get to Guide of Souls? Into an Ocelot Pride, which is sick. Okay. They did have an Orcish Bowmaster. Let's see what they have. A fatal push. It's most likely they have a counter spell ready. But at the moment, I don't have much play, right? If they mana drain, they get 3 mana. I think I should just still do it. It's still like one less card in their hand, you know? Like, sure, they get a free Loris back, but we have double removal spells, so... So we actually knew this from like 2 turns ago. They had a stop, but they decided not to use it for some reason. A hearse. That's actually really good. Why would you tap all the white sources? Why would you do that? Drown. It seems like they have another surgical in hand. Strangely enough. I think I'm going to fire this off now. So they get to get back a treasure cruise next. Which is a bit concerning. So we got 4 cars here. They're going to use treasure cruise and draw 3. I mean, they could just draw lands, right? They could potentially just draw lands. How many counter spells did we go through? Two Stern Scoldings. I don't think they would have another Stern Scoldings left. And we also went through 2 mana drains, so... We're looking at maybe like 3 more counter spells in their deck. 2 mana drains and a counter spell. Yeah. So I think we're just supposed to actually just jam things in. At this point. They have a lot of counter spells. A lot. If we can like draw an Nixilis here, that'd be insane. That would just... That actually just wins me the game here, right? If I draw Nixilis. Unfortunate. How do we have more lands in the control deck? Why did they do that? Is this a bait? I guess I would want to draw an Nixilis at this point, right? Like an Nixilis here would be a win. Yeah, I don't know how we draw more lands than my opponent. Kinda crazy. This one's a bit risky. Well, risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit. Fatal push. Not good. Yeah, very not good. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, I think it's time to play Nixilis. Whoa, both of them stuck. So I guess it's an Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, so we're gonna plus here. No! Oh my god, I misclicked. I thought I was plussing. Oh my god. We lose Nixilis for free because of that. Jesus. Okay. Okay. That really sucks. But it is what it is. We'll recover. Somehow.
My empire crumbles.
Play a Goblin Bombardment. It's such a bad card disadvantage. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah. It's actually nuts how much of a card disadvantage this is. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good. If only we had one more red mana. That would have been sick. Okay, that's seems like a no-brainer to me. Another Psychic Frog. Wow, that stuck. Weird. Now we have 2 Galvanic Discharge. All right. Okay, so this is gonna be a gamble. If they have a removal and a counter spell, it's bad. But I'm basically going to make them discard a card into a Galvanic Discharge. Okay. That is kind of a yikes if we don't draw a land. Hopefully we keep drawing lands. Even though this is a tap land, since we can go Oscillate Pride here, it's actually nice. Oh, if it's an Omnitel... This actually might work out if they don't have, Born Upon a Wind. Yeah. What's this? Mana Drain? What? That's a bit weird. They have to have Born Upon a Wind here. So hopefully they don't have it here. Fatal Push, that's a good sign. Another Fatal Push, that's also a good sign. Why would they do that? Shouldn't they brainstorm twice? Before firing off the Fatal Push? I don't get it. Okay, Surgical's in. Thoughtseize is in. Probably not Hearse. And a Vexing Bauble. Their deck is very control-y. So we take out the Galvanic Discharges. Probably no swords. I want another Static Prison for sure. This one's each opponent, which is good. I think I'll actually cut like Blage because it's a little bit slow. We'll start out with the Guide of Souls. Remember, they have a bunch of Fatal Pushes last time, so if they have another Fatal Push, not much you can do. Mana Drain. Interesting. Going for a Demonic Tutor. Into a Surgical. I think I'll just Amp Raptor. Just too good. This also kind of hides the fact that we have a Surgical right now. Okay, now we'll Vexing Bauble. It's a bit annoying, but we can make this 4 power. Yeah. We do have to sacrifice everything, but it's still okay. Like, it's gonna grow, you know? Abrupt Decays, Mana Drain. Wow, they have a pretty good hand. They're gonna want to definitely counter this. Okay, a bit strange. So we don't need this Vexing Baubles anymore. That's also going. I mean, I'm taking 7, but I'm also gaining 3, so I'm taking 4 a turn, technically. No, I'm gaining 6 a turn if the Ocelot Pride lives. Pretty close game. So I can technically sacrifice the entire board. Okay. Surprised by this. That was a very nice play by opponent, using the Croson scripts split second. Looks like that is the end of the road. Okay, so we need a way to deal with that Aatroxa. I mean, technically we do have 3 static prisons. Maybe we want another copy of a swords instead of a Fable. Maybe Fable is the card to go, and we'll have swords. Zero pressure, but a lot of hate, you know? So we can start by getting rid of Show and Tell. Maybe even assemble the team there. But I think right now it's just resolving a Johnny Comes First.
To the hunt!
They went with the assemble the team. We got a bit better hand this time, now that we have a Najani. Oh man. So, get rid of a fatal push? And... get rid of a show and tell again. So what do we need right now? Elegant Palor? Oh, Orcish Bowmaster is nice. I probably want to do Orcish Bowmaster on the opponent's turn, right? I can transform this Ajani, but they might have a counter spell. Maybe I do it on their opponent's combat phase. Nice. Why did they surrender? I mean, like, if I don't have a way to get rid of this, you can just cross and script this, and then potentially when next turn, like, I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm dealing 5 damage here. I feel like that was a little bit premature, right? Oh no! Look at this unfortunate hand. By the way, opponent doesn't have a companion. I don't like Ether Hubs this early, but actually, yes, you do want it because you have an Amped Raptor, and this deck plays 3 drops. No, opponent. Another show and tell. Another show and tell. Oh, yes. Okay, we're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. That is exactly what we wanted to see. A static person off the top. And of course, opponent's not gonna have, quote-unquote, Born Upon a Wind. Oh. Oh, what is this? Oh no. My top deck static prison. Oh. Oh, thank God it's an island. I thought it was gonna be a reanimate there. Nice. Amped Raptor was Ether Hub Amped Raptor. Sick combo there. This is supposed to be a good matchup, right? I believe this is a good matchup. Wouldn't it have been sick if we actually hit an Nixilis off of an Amped Raptor? That would have been insane. Like, literally. Psychic Frog? I welcome that. Yeah, I welcome that. So we want a white black. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Since we also have a static prison on this big creature, we'd rather use a static prison on this, right? Because they're gonna gain so much life. My opponent's desperately looking for a reanimate here, but if they reanimate, they're gonna die. There's no point on waiting on this Orcish Bowmaster because their Orcish Bowmaster is always gonna hit the Oslet Pride. Should I have some back? I think we're sacrificing Ampthraptor with the Omnixilis. Sick. That's so sick.
After 1,000
That is so sick.
new conquest. Oh, I have a job for you.
My Oslet Pride is about to go
Your
crazy.
punishment is my entertainment. When I'm done with this city, the streets will run red.
By the way, if they reanimate, they're dead. Oh, it's a persist! I thought they were gonna reanimate. They have another persist. Oh, it's a treasure cruise. Okay, opponent got me. Opponent got me there. But how do you like... Okay, let's Goblin Bombardment. I know I could have just flaged, but this is cooler. And this also plays around the counter spell. So we can static prison.
My goons will make quick work of you. By coin or carnage.
Yeah, they had a mana drain.
Is owed. Your punishment is my entertainment.
Oh, this is sick. The Oslet Pride copying. This is sick. 3 Nixilis. Man. Okay, so first, Surgical. We don't want Thoughtseize in this matchup. We also want another Static Prison. I mean, Omnixilis was sick. What if it's like... Is it Flage? But they're also kind of on a counter spell plan, though. Maybe we can go down on a copy of a Flage, because I do think Omnixilis is a little bit better. What's our last cut? Is it Fable? Maybe it's Fable. Well, we have a really good hand versus a Reanimate. The rest. So they're gonna have to get rid of a... Okay. Well, now the cat's out of the bag. I'm actually insanely confused that opponent decided to sideboard in a duress. I'm guessing this is a fatal push. I could... Because opponent used a fatal push here... let's just... If they have a fatal push, that's fine. We have a 2-1, you know? I was thinking like my thought process was because they used the fatal push, that probably means that they have another fatal push, right? For the Johnny, because this is a revealed information. But thinking about it, Ocelot Pride is such a threat that they had to do it. Okay, so they actually did have double fatal push. If opponent actually had double fatal push, I actually would not have played the Ajani, by the way. Because I could have played it here with the Galvanic Discharge up. That's actually something to keep in mind if you're playing this deck. So double fatal push gone. I'm guessing it's a mana drain. Could be a mana drain. It's a drown. Okay, my opponent surrenders. I guess they ran out of counter spells. Alright, so played a bit of games with this deck today. I think the only loss after playing 5 games was to a mirror. That was on the lowest version. And I think the trick to that matchup is getting the Flage out. Like this card will win you the game in the mirror match. They do have a Chthonian Nightmare, but post sideboard with some 2 copies of Sun Cleansers, a copy of an Unlicensed Hearse, and you can bring in 1 copy of a Pithing Needle to stop the Chthonian Nightmare. And you're basically just kind of relying on setting up the Flage here, and this card will basically carry the game. But it is a mirror match, so it is very draw dependent. A lot of it just kind of comes down to like Amped Raptor hitting the Goblin Bombardment, into playing the Ajani on the following turn. Like that kind of start is very hard to beat, even if you have a million copies of Flage. And we've actually seen a few moments about Nixilis. This card was very sick and has a very good synergy with Ocelot Pride. My Ocelot Pride is about to go crazy. By the way, if they reanimate, they're dead. Oh, it's a persist! I thought they were gonna reanimate. So this has a very big synergy with the Ocelot Pride, making this card a very premium card versus a control deck or even combo decks. Like, just kind of imagine Ocelot Pride on turn 1 against Show and Tell. Turn 2, Amped Raptor from an Ether Hub. Then you cascade into Nixilis. Sacrifice the Amped Raptor, and what do you get? 3 Nixilis. That is like a Disneyland dream curve, but yeah, that is insane if you can manage that. Yeah, Omnixilis, a very good card in this deck. Big synergy with Goblin Bombardment. And the Energies matchup where it kind of loses to is a deck with a bunch of board wipes, right? So having cards like these is actually very, very good. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.